Welcome back guys to the fifth video of this series. So in today's video what you're going to do is we're going to create some controllers for the ticket or the action that can be performed by the user as well as the admin, so that we can use that action in the front end part of this project. So let's get started with building the controller. You're watching Code Tricks, so let's get started. So firstly you have to do is you have to create a controller. So I will name it as user controller because in this controller we're going to add the actions that are performed by the user on the ticket. Firstly we will add that a user can create a ticket, basically the first one, because it's the user that uses the ticket now. So let me just create a user.controller. Oh my bad, I'm using numlock. User user.controller.js. so this is going to be the file, and let's just import our. Firstly we have to use the ticket model, right, so that we can perform the action on that, right? So we will import the ticket. So let me just go through the model once again. So this is the model we created. So we are exporting it default. One thing I want to tell you, if you are exporting it like this, let me just show you. If you export it like this, export, yeah, so you have to call it, you have to use the parenthesis of curly braces for exporting something that you don't export default. So you have to write it like this, ticket. This is the syntax for that. But if you're using this line, you're using the default keyword here, so you have to just use it like this. So I'm just gonna use the default as well. So you have to use it like this. This is the syntax for that. It's nothing new but a simple. Most people get confused early stages of JavaScript, so I want to point it out. So next you want to use, because this is a user actions, so you have to import the user model as well, right? So here you can see. And the next thing you need is mainly the one thing that we are using to build the bridge between Node.js as well as that of MongoDB. So you want to use Mongoose. Yeah, that GitHub Copilot really give me much easier time. So firstly let's add a function which is going to be a create new ticket. Okay, so how we're gonna go through with this is we want title, description, priority and category from the body. I will show you how. So this is the main create page for that, and you want title, category. Basically you don't want priority, because the priority will be set by the admin, because if you give the access to the, let me just create one, let me just show you here. If you give the access of the priority to the user, then all will be set the priority to the critical, but we don't want that, right? Some problems are not critical, but the user will always user who wanted to maximize the chance of ticket getting resolved will always use the critical, but we don't want that, right? So we will not add that priority in here, so you can just remove this from here. You want only three things, and let me just get the ID. All field requires, you don't need this one. And let me just check if the user is present. So where the user is coming from the protected route, use it. So how we're gonna use, let me just create the route for that as well. Yeah, we have in the last video we have used the protected route. Now it's time to use that function in action, middleware in action. So how we're gonna use it, app.use. so let's just set it as a API/v1/dashboard. This dashboard will going to be for the engineer and the user. For the admin, we will set it as admin dashboard. For the user, we will set it as normal dashboard for the user engineer dash. So this is going to be, let me just name it as user dashboard routes. It's up to you what you want to name it. So we will set it at user routes because these are the user action. So where we have to add the protected route, I have told you already, like this middleware is going to be where the authentication is already successful. So we are going to the dashboard so that we can perform these actions, right? These are the actions we're going to perform on the ticket, but it will only occur if the user is authorized. So firstly, for that, for the authentication, we have to check authorization. We have to check the middleware first. You have to cross through the middleware. So we will put the middleware here. Protect route. Okay. We have to import it as well. Import. So this is the middleware. This is the route. So you can see that color has changed. So it has been detected. So you have seen that I have used the protect routed here route. So it is giving me that user. As you can see, it is returning me the user request dot user is equals to user. So we will get the user ID from this thing. You know what I'm getting at? Yeah, here I'm going to use const user ID from request user dot ID. This is the user ID. As you can see in your MongoDB, this is how ID is stored, dash underscore ID. We will get user dot means object is calling that, and we will underscore ID is the ID. So we'll get the ID from here. The server.js function has been done, so you have to set the routes. First, let me just set the route for this one. So we will add import. The routes is going to be user routes, whatever you call it. And from, I think we should just create it first, right? So it's going to be routes or routes, whatever you call it. So we're gonna use this name for that. Let me just create here user. So let's just complete this one as well. Let me just, yeah, the color has not been changed yet because we are not exporting anything right now. So let's just create this route. Let's first import Express. From Express, and we have to set the router. Okay, and let's just create the paths, that Express path that we want to use. Firstly, we have to use the post because we are printing that data in the backend or storing that data in the backend. So I'm going to name it as create. So I will call that function create ticket that I'm going to use. This is going to be the create ticket path. As you can see here, let's just import this one. Create ticket from controllers ticket dot. This is user, bro. You can simply as add those functions or controllers in the ticket.controller file, or you can make a separate controller folder. It's up to you, whatever suits your way. This is the function create ticket, and this is the, as you can see, color has changed. Let's just see, we have to export so that it can, we can see that in there also. Please change the color, bro. Roots, is everything correct? Root, one more thing, as you can see here, I just remove it and undo it. It changed the color. This is something you should know. If you can't see the changes in here, you have to just delete the line and undo it. It will change the color accordingly. So as you can see, I have added the path here, API v1 dashboard slash, again it will go to this one, create. As you can see here, dashboard tickets, this is the front end route, and this is the backend route. So your front end route and backend route need not to be the same. It's up to you how you call the function. So let me just complete this function. So I'm getting the ID from here, and we will set the new ticket. This is going to be the new ticket. This is the basic syntax. You don't have to memorize it, as you know that nothing we have to memorize it all, or everybody just searched it online, and now we have, it is the time of the it is the era of the AI, and you don't have to search it on the Stack Overflow or something like that. So you can just instantly get the code from the ChatGPT as well, so you can search it out. So this is how we gonna create new ticket, add this one, and this is why we need the ID, because we will set created by and ID so that we can reference it later. As you can see in here, I'm just checking my ID, and you can use it in the front end, like who created by user one. So for this we have to need it. So now we will just save the, this is the syntax for saving in the MongoDB, and we can just return the new ticket, or you can add a success message or something like that. Message ticket created successfully, and we can return the ticket. Success status success, or you can set the success to true. Yeah, we have created this one, and let me just, should we check the paths first, or what we should do? Let's open the MongoDB here as well. When we're going to create the ticket, it's gonna appear it in here. So let me just add more controllers, then we can check all that controllers all together. So our next controller will be, we want to get the tickets of the user that they have created, like for using it in here, like my tickets. only the those tickets that the user generated, we can get it here. So let's just get ticket. So we're going to use try user ID we're getting from the middleware, and we will fetch the ticket like tickets await.find created by user ID. We're going to add the user ID. And one more thing, that these are the special feature of Mongoose, because when you use this one, basically we are storing that all that information in created by. Okay, and created by is an ID, so we have to populate it with the name and email so that we can use it in the front end part of the value. If you don't populate it, the IDs will convert in the string. I know you are not understanding it right now, but I will show you how it is useful in the front end. Dot populate, assign to, and created by. But we don't need it in here because these things are only one time. This thing only contain the ID of the user, and we don't need it right now. I will tell you where we're gonna need it in the future. So we have returned the ticket. So this is the basic simple code for fetching the data for the ticket. And let's create the next controller. This is for the engineer. Get assigned tickets, because as you can see in the user model I have set the assigned ticket, and these are only for the engineers if there's any, because the admin will assign the ticket to the engineer and these ticket will appear in here. So we have to use that function as well to get the assigned tickets. First we get the user tickets, and now we get the assigned tickets of engineer. It's up to you how we're gonna name this. So let's just name it export const get assigned tickets. So again we're getting this from middleware, and we fetch the ticket dot find assigned to this one. It will fetch all the tickets that have assigned to this user. No, that's why we don't use GPT in here if you don't know how to code, right? We'll get the user tickets. How we're gonna get, that's why I have used that user model. As you can see here in the model part, you have seen the assigned ticket. So this user has those tickets, assigned tickets, not the ticket model. Ticket model has assigned to but not the assigned part. So let's just create its own ticket. My bad. Find by ID. Where the user will have to check if user found or not. Firstly, you have to check if the user is engineer or not. If it's not, that it is not allowed it for him to check for that, just safety purpose. So now we will use that ticket to get, that's why I use that user ID here. Firstly we have to check that ticket is not or not, then we will add the assigned to. These tickets are assigned to. Now or you can use different format as well, which I have used earlier. This will get all the tickets that are assigned to in here. And or you can use different technique. So we'll check that assign to IDs in user.assign ID. User getting from here because we are getting all the details. Here we are only getting the ID, and if we add the ID in here, find by ID, it will get all the details, and then we will get the IDs of the assigned tickets. And we have to populate it because I already told you have to populate it by created by, so that we can we assign all set the assigned ticket. Like here we'll get this field as well, because when we fetch the data from the backend, it will only when it is stored in the data ID format, like in here. Let me just first I will use, then we're going to use it like this. When we call that fetch the data from the backend, and if it is an ID, so we have to, the other things that are in the format of the ID, we have to use dot populate, so that those things can also populate as well. I know you are not understanding it right now, but I will show in the further videos how we're going to use this dot populate field in here. So 200, you can add this one as well. This is a check, and then we will use this. So this is the get assigned tickets in. This is a basic syntax for the MongoDB. Now we will use the update ticket status. It's the same status like assigned to, open, in progress, all the status that you can see in here. These are all the status which can only be changed by engineer and admin. I have not said that in my video, but it's up to you. You want to set it or not, but only engineer can change the status, as well as the admin if you want to. So how we're going to use this? Let's get, first we'll get the user. User ID from user, then we'll get the user itself, so that we have the all the data that is contained by the user. Okay, we get the user, and now we will get the ticket ID and status. It is showing that body, but I think we should use that thing. Like if you can see here, I'm sending the ticket in params, so we will fetch the ticket from the params and we will get the data from the body. I will show you how this data and params are two things that are related. Let me just get those things. I will show you when we're going to use Postman. Const ticket ID from params. You can use it like this, or you can just destructure it. And you can remove this one. Now we have to add if user dot role is not engineer SSD9, just a security check, two-step verification, you know. And now we will set the status, validate status. Const allowed status are going to be this. And if the status are not that, this is the simple JavaScript function dot allow status. Then we will set invalid status value. The person in the front end won't be able to use that because I have set in such a way that it does not have any way, but just a security check, nothing else. Now we will await ticket find by ID. We will get the ticket ID, and if it's not present, then ticket not found. And if it is present, then we will change the ticket status to this status, and we'll await or save the ticket status, and we can just return the ticket. And this will be the same. So this is the whole function for updating ticket status. Firstly, we will get the ID from the request middleware. Then we will get the user, all the users data, like user ID. I will tell you. User ID only contain, one second guys. See, user ID contain only this ID. Okay. And if we call this function user dot find by ID, it will go to this ID and it will fetch all this data with it, and it will store in here user, so that we can check user dot role. And here we can see user dot role is user dot role is user. It's up to you. So this is the function. 3 more function of the user to go. We should add get ticket by ID or not. It's not that difficult. You can use your details to get, so that you can add your profile page or not. I have not added that much. It's up to you. Let's just add the comment. How we're gonna comment in ticket, it's up to you. Add comment. Admin can add comment, user can add comment, and engineer can add comment. So how we're gonna do this? Get the ID from the params, and the text, or I'm using text because here in the model we are using it as a text. If you are destructuring that, you have to use that word. So let me just change it everywhere. Text. Oof. You're getting the text. You also need the name of the user, because if you are adding it something like this, you want to use his name. So you require a name user. Request or user dot name. We will get the ticket find by ID. This will be the ID. If ticket not present, the ticket not present. Then we will just have to add this comment push. You can use it like this, or you can just separately create comment and basically create an object and push that object in this one, or you can directly use this. It's up to you. Or destructure it and use it in here. This is the user ID. You don't have to use name. You will use the name, and the date will be new date, that the date that is being created at. So this going to be, and everything will be same. We will return the ticket, or you can just send the comment itself dot comments. Yeah. So what you're going to do here is you can destructure it and add the only text that you are using. What is? So now we are left with remove ticket. Basically what it does is I'm setting this remove ticket feature in engineer. When I have set, I have set that when the assigned tickets, let me just show you, then you will understand. Like here you can see when the engineer have the tickets, and it will set to in progress, and if is not being able to resolve the ticket, then the ticket will be removed from his all assigned tickets, because he is not able to so that's why it is used. He cannot directly remove the ticket, but if he can't resolve the ticket, then the ticket will be removed from his all assigned tickets, and it will shown to the admin, and admin can reassign to another people. Basically if he able to resolve the ticket, then it will be shown it like this here. It will not remove. So that's why I'm creating this function. Export const. Did we created this function or not? Yeah, we didn't. Let me just create this one. This is the function we're going to use in here. Like if we press this button, everyone can access this feature. Like this is whole ticket details. So it will have, this function will give us this whole page, everything like comments and all that. We will get the ID from params. We will set that as params ID, and we will get the ticket and populate created by, because created by contain the pip object, and the object will contain the user details, so that we can fill it in here, like submitted by user, created at. So these are required for that. And if ticket is not present, we will just send ticket not found, and we can just return the ticket, full details of the ticket. Let's just create the last function. A remove ticket or delete ticket, up to you. Remove. So how we're gonna use it? We will get the ID from params, We also need user ID. And we will use that user. So how we're gonna do this? User will, if this function is called, then the assigned ticket, and this is the ID of the ticket, right? So this ID will be removed from that assigned ticket part. I mean to say is, this is the model, right? Assigned ticket. So we will pull this, there is a function, it is a syntax for MongoDB. So we will use pull function and set pass the ID in here, and it will remove the array of the IDs that has been created here. You can see here, this is the array of object, and this object will contain the detail of the ID, detail of the ticket. So when we'll set the ticket here, it will be removed by using dollar pull functions of function syntax of MongoDB. So we're gonna use it, check if the ticket exists or not. So we don't have to remove it from here. We will just use user wait user dot find one. This is the function, find one, and update. So how we're gonna do it? We will set the ID to user ID, and we'll just pull that function. How we're gonna use it? Dollar pull colon assign ticket, and we'll set the ticket like this. And the new will be true. Where's the problem with the syntax? Wait a sec, guys. I'm having a syntax error right now. Oh yeah, these are the single objects. You don't have to update here. I'm not updating or deleting in ticket, because when the ticket has been deleted from the assigned ticket, I mean to say from here, but the ticket also has this assigned to, so we don't have to remove the ticket from here, because when the admin want to reassign, it should know which person I have recently assigned. So the data for that will be remained in front of the admin, and it will see that this was assigned to this person, but he was not able to resolve the ticket, so he will reassign to another person that is not him, the person we are deleting the ticket from right now. So this is the basic structure for that. We don't have to remove tick ID from here, and we can just set the remove function here. You can also check the user. We are not returning anything, so we can just be clear with this one. So this is all the controller. This is all the functions that we're going to do. And now let me just complete the routes. So we are going to use the RESTful APIs format, like representational state transfer APIs, because it is basically tells us how we can set a format to use the CRUD operations on the database. CRUD means create, read, update, delete. So how we use it in representational state transfer REST APIs? We will use, like, first we add create means post, and then we will get all the read means get all the tickets, get all the users like this, get, and then we will use update means we have to use patch means it will fix, yeah, like you want to update the status, so we will use the patch because we are not fully updating the ticket, we are just updating the status part, then we will use patch. For you, if you want to update the full ticket, then we're going to use the put. It is, these are basically all the http requests, and for deleting purpose we will use .delete. So this is the basic convention for routing in Express for use in using RESTful APIs. So let me just first set, we have created a ticket. Okay, now we will use another for adding the comments, right? We want to add the comments, so how we're going to use this one, tickets slash ticket id slash comment. So this function is going to be add comment function. Yeah, we have set two things, like we will create ticket and we will add comment. These are both that are used to create operation, right? So now we will use the get operations. So where we going to use the get operations? This is for the create, guys, these two. Get, this will get all the user tickets. So we can use in the user my tickets part. This path is up to you, you want to set it in your way, it's up to you, nothing fancy for this one. Get, you can also get user, but did I created that? Remove get ticket id, add comment, update, get tickets. I've not used that. So let's just leave it as that. If we needed that, I mean to say get user details, so if we needed that function, we will use it in here, but it's not that big function. You just, what you have to do is you will get the user from the user id. Okay, then you will just pass user function user dot find, then you will pass the id and it will fetch you all the detail and you have to return the detail. That's simple, you don't have to, it's not that big of a deal. If we want to use in the front end, we will create it on that only. Let's get the tickets. Gets ticket by, we will get the ticket by id. Now we will get the assigned tickets of engineers. So this I will set as assign tickets, get assigned tickets. So now all the function has been done for the get part. Now we will use the update. So I have already told you, for update we will use patch. Ticket id, Leave me alone, bro. Update tickets. We will set the tickets. Paths is up to you guys. It's not that necessary for that. And lastly, we will use the delete. Remove ticket. Remember, you have to keep the name same. I will tell you one mistake that I've done right now. Like as you can see, I am using oh yeah, basically one more thing. If you're using this colon in here, that means you're suggesting that this value will change, or it is a query. So you can change this value and get from the params. So this is the params that we use. Okay, and one mistake that I have done here is, I will show you. Here I'm getting the ID from params and destructuring it like ticket ID. Okay, but in here in the roots you can see I'm sending it as a ID. So it will create an error. It will create an error. So we have to set it as ticket ID. How we have set it in here. So you must not take risk with this one. It create a very dangerous bug. Okay, so this is the roots folder for that as well. And yeah, this is it. So let me just first check all the roots if they are working or not, and we will done with this today's video. And my laptop battery is not helping me right now. Workplace mathematics. So we've checked 2. Now we'll have create a new function. This will be known as user actions. Okay, let's just create a new request. First one is the, what is the first one? /create. Let me just copy this one. What it was, dashboard, as you can see here. We want dashboard, then we are going to /create /create. Okay, now we have to send all those detail in a body. We are getting, oh fuck, we are getting, I'm getting this bullshit as a body, so we have to use that in a body. We are using body raw, uses as JSON. First one, title will be audio issue, whatever you want to set. And then description will be, let me just set it as gibberish, because I'm getting too bored, man. Damn, it is too boring. Category will be hardware issue, right? Hardware issue. Please work fine, please. Oh, wait a sec. I didn't run the server. Okay. Oh god. Ticket.model. Oh. I told you guys, please use .js when you are using type module. Please, it will not work, man. Again with the issue. What I'm doing right. Get user tickets, get ticket by ID, get assigned tickets, update tickets, remove ticket. Anything else? No. These ones are not working. Get user ticket. Is this the one? I think it's get tickets, right? Get please just give me a sec. Get tickets. Yeah, get ticket by ID. Get assigned tickets, right? Get assigned tickets. Wait a sec. How much controllers we have right now? How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But this one is get ticket ID. Get ticket. Get ticket. Yeah. Oh, thank God. They are all purple right now. What is the issue here? Oh, my bad, guys. Again. So wait a sec. Here is the cookie, right? So if I am going to this one and we're using cookie. Have I used cookie parser? Oh, my bad, guys. So you know we have added that cookie parser, right? So it will use to parse the cookie in the middleware. Like you can see middleware to parse cookies. So you have to use this line, very important line for this. So one, you have to use Express.js for extracting the JSON data, and cookie parser for parsing the cookie in the middleware. So let me just run this one. And we're still getting, at least we are in the next phase. Priority is not defined. Yeah. We are using priority here, right? We have to remove it from here. Now, what is the problem, bro? Yeah. Again, problem. Wait. It is saying that priority is required. Okay, this is also a bug. You don't have to set it as a required, because when you set the priority as required, so you must have to pass it when you're creating the ticket. So if you don't set it to required, then it will pass through without any problem. Like here we are not setting it required because the assigned to is not required at the time of creation, right? So but priority also we don't need it. It will change by the admin later, so you don't have to set the priority as well here. So you can just keep it normal, or you can set the default as low, medium, critical as well. You don't have to. Default will be low, or you can do one thing. You can set the priority, and you can keep the priority from get the priority from the front end, right? Or we can do one thing, right? Without setting it, the user will only, when the user creates a ticket, the priority will be low for every ticket, and then it will be changed by the admin according to the description or the title that the user will explain. So let me just set it to required. We will change this one in the front end, right? We'll get it from the front end. Let's set the priority here as well. Priority will be low, which will be set by the user. priority. Is this the spelling? Oh, oh God, man, what I have done. Oh, finally. So as you can see here, the success is true and ticket created successfully. And you can go to MongoDB. You will see the tickets here because the data model has been created. And let's see what it contains. Tickets. And you will see here, my boys, the ticket audio, that audio. Description, hardware new, status will be new, default because the ticket will be new and it will be assigned by the user and it will change the color. And what I was saying is, as you can see here, I have used the object here, right? And it does not contain any ID. So unless you want to create a new route that can fetch the data by using the ID, okay, or you can just use dot populate function of the Mongoose to populate it with this ID. If the ID is the user, it will contain the object of that user, means it will contain all the name, email, password, whatever that user has in this created by. But if you don't use dot populate, it will shown you as a string, so it will not be useful. And when you're using the MongoDB as a raw, then this dot populate is not a function. You have to set all that created by in the field of that in your front end or in your this database if you want to fetch that. So dot populate is a very crucial function function, or you can say whatever function of Mongoose. It will help ease in the getting the data of the ID without doing any work. So if you still couldn't understand, you can docs it dot populate of the code ChatGPT from ChatGPT, or you can just, if you remember it, then thank you for listening. So first one we have used. Now let me just use the second route, which was create tickets. Let me just copy this whole here. As you can see, I need a ticket ID, so I will show you how we use this one. Let me just create a new one, and we will have to save this one. This is also a post. We'll get dashboard paste. Okay, this is the path, as you can see, and from the ticket ID we will get this ID from here because this is the ticket ID, right? So we have to copy it and we will have to store it in here like this. So as you can see here, what we have to add, let me just see, add comment. Let me just see, where was the, yeah, so what are we sending here, right? Text, right? That comment by and edit by will be added on the spot. We have to send the text as a body. So you know guys, what you have to do is body raw JSON, and you have to set it as text, not test bro, text. And so what you're going to do here is you're going to set the, please for God's sake do it fast bro. Okay, please work this time. Yeah, as you can see here, right? Comment edit successfully. Please do it fast. Commented by, like I told you, name and then the date. And we can also check in here, like you can see here, comment the array is empty right now. Let me just refresh, and this is the array object. We have already everything, text, date, created by, and the ID of the comment. This is a comment is also working. Now let's just test other, duplicate this one. Let's just quickly test all the get user ticket. ticket slash. Yeah, one more thing. You have to log in as a user. Like here I've used login so that it will store the cookie here. As you can see, cookies, and this is the cookie. This is the cookie I am using. If I log out, then the cookie will be cleared, right? And you will not be able to use these functions. Unauthorized access. So please, you have to set the cookie first, then you can use this function slash user. What is the problem? Yeah. Oh god, I hate myself, man. Guys, we have to set it. Oh god. So it is working also. You can see here. You are getting these or your tickets that the user have created. Please don't be like me. Change this one. Oh god, man. Oh. So this one is also working fine. And next one is this. Tickets. Get ticket ID. Get duplicate. Paste. You have to set the ID. So let's just get the ticket ID. Set it here. Huh? Why ticket not found? This is the ID of the ticket, right? Why it is not found? Let me just rerun it, guys. Ticket ID. What should I do with myself, man? What the fuck is this? Do you have this function or not? Get tickets. Oh no, we don't have this function. Let's run this one, assign tickets. As you know, assign ticket is a function for that engineer, but the role is user, so it will not work. Access denied, only engineer can view it because you are logged in, my bro, with the user. As you can see, user, so you don't have the authorization to visit assign tickets. It can only be assigned by the, so it is working as fine, right? So let's just change the status using this function slash ticket ID. So the ID was this one, and the status, we are getting ID from this, as you can see in the controller. Assign update, yeah, this, as you can see, we are setting ID from params, like this params, and we will set the body in here. So let me just set raw. We'll set the status is going to be what is the status of the ticket right now? It's new, right? So we're going to use assigned. What is the problem? allowed or assigned. Yeah, one more thing, guys. You cannot do this function as well because you're not an engineer. But it is giving me 404. What is 404? Ticket not found. Yeah. Please, guys, can you please just kill me? Just kill me, bro. What the fuck is this? Yeah, it is working as well. As you can see, access denied. It is reading this. It is working here like this. It is reading this one, and it is not letting us pass through. It is working as well. And last one is the remove ticket, and it will not work because the ticket are not assigned. As you can see, it will only work when we use the, as you can see, assigned to is null. So assigned to is null, so it will not run. As you can see, I am using here removed from the assigned tickets, and it is using where it is. You have to check the user for assigned tickets, and it is already empty. As you can see, assigned ticket is empty, and if assigned ticket is empty, it will not run. So we have to run this one. We will just check when we, or we can just log in with the engineer as well, right? Let's just log in with engineer so that we can run that function as well. Dot m Andrew 123 m engineer. .com engineer. So I have created the engineer, and we will set the specialization to journal sport. And if it is logged in, right, so we can test those things as well. I know it is taking too much time, but we have to check that one, right? So let's just check the status body raw JSON. Please work. Oh, great. Oh, please kill me, please. Just kill me, man. Just kill me. Yeah, I've used the patch function. And for you guys, you can see here the ticket. And baby, here it goes, assigned. It has been changed. Or if you set it like any gibberish, invalid status value as you set in the controller. So every controller is working as fine. So I know this video is quite long because it take too much time to write all those controllers, and I think I just explained every single one, so that took too much time. You can also watch in 2x, but I'll tell you, this was very important right now, so keep it up. Thank you for watching the video, and like, share, subscribe. In the next video, what we're going to do is we're going to add the admin controllers, right? Admin controllers will be get all users, get all engineers, assign ticket to engineer, delete ticket, matlab whole ticket you can delete, and add comment. It will be same as that of user. We just have to copy paste it. So next video going to be short, just 4-5 controllers, and yeah, then the backend will be completed, so we can focus on front end as well. So thank you for watching this video. Again, like, share and subscribe. Okay, bye, tata.